Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. I wonder if
Hello.
everybody's already. Oh, Klaus is already
morning.
there. Good afternoon or good evening. If I don't see you, right? What's that from?
What's that?
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good
fine
afternoon. Good
sirs.
evening, and good night. If I don't see you, something like that. Something to that effect. Truman Show.
Oh wow.
You didn't see that movie?
I did. Were you an extra in it? Most of the Gulf Coast was.
I don't know about that. I don't. That movie. I think that movie came out before I moved down.
Okay.
All right. I guess it is 8. We can get started here. You want to start the show?
So let's do it.
Should we start it? All right. Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the RetroMacCast with James and John. This is episode 544, August 30th, 2020. Good morning, John.
Good morning, James.
Were you able to cool down the Mac attic before you started recording?
Yeah. So of course I try to remember to turn off the air conditioner before we start recording, so we don't have a white noise generator behind me.
Plus, he likes to keep the heat. He likes to gets the blood flowing, so you're all pumped up for the show.
That's right. Yeah. Woo! But the bad part is when it's Florida in August and you forget to turn it back on and don't come back in here for 6 days. It was toasty. It was very toasty.
So
Fortunately, the humidity wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Because of course that's a big thing down here in Florida also.
It's all about the humidity.
Electronics do not like humidity.
Yeah.
They shun it.
All right. Well, let's see. We didn't have this rash of new members last week, so we can actually talk about them because it's just one. Hi, Eric Dietrich from Boonton, New Jersey. Welcome to the Facebook group for RetroMacCast. Thanks for joining. And let's see. Last week, we had Sean from Action Retro. He joins us again this morning via the chat. You should go out and
I see
watch.
Jeremy has joined us also from London. Our international crew.
Jeremy from London, Klaus from Sweden. They have got a streak going. Brian at Action Retro finished part 3 of his Cursed SE series. If you haven't seen that, you can see. I don't think that's not the conclusion. There's got to be a part 4 coming because I don't think it's not quite, at least cosmetically, complete. Isn't that right, Action Retro? You've got some work to do. But functionally, it's up and humming.
Nice.
With spoiler alert, system 8.1 on that thing, which requires a little bit of hijinks. That's all shown, at least referred to in the YouTube. So go take a look at that. Today on the show, I guess we're not going to get a full demo.
Oh, no, you're not.
But we're going to get because we haven't even had an introduction of this project.
No,
this has kind of been
right. It's been sitting in a box for a while.
Oh, you mean you had finished it?
No. I had partially finished it and then went on to doing other Pi related items. So it's sat there.
Okay.
Yep.
Sean from Action Retro reports that Mac 84 is going to recap the Cursed SE.
Oh, nice.
I didn't know. Is that just a precaution, I wonder, or was it actually exhibiting symptoms that it's getting ready to pop a cap, as it were? Well, let's see. So we will get to some eBay finds first, right? And we'll be right back.
All right.
Let's see. Let's get a look at us. There we go. How's that? Some leakage is visible. I would see a doctor, personally.
Side effects may include.
I had a friend that had that problem. Okay. You said side effects. Normally, leakage is in that context is preceded with another word. People are sitting down to a meal. I don't want to too gory.
Olestra.
That's right. Remember that?
Yes.
Was that one of the?
That was one of the yes.
Olestra was supposed to. Yet another one of those things that was going to make America fat or thin again.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we were all gobbling down those chips, thinking that that was going to be good for us. All right, you ready?
I am. Yes.
In 4, 3, 2, 1. Time now for the eBay finds. Last week, there was that way cool Apple sign from Japan that you could light from the rear. Boy, I'm dangerously close, am I? Anyway, that one's still available. Buy it now, $1,140.19. That must be an exchange rate thing. Get down to the 19 cents, right? And the numeric keypad, this was for the original Mac. Anything with like the phone-like connection. $125 is the buy it now. It ended, and what happened to it? I don't think it got relisted. It just kind of ended. Oh, they relisted it, but I think under a different listing. So it's still available by it now, $125. And then the watch, the iMac collectible watch.
So cool.
Numbered 78 out of 500. That bidding has ended with no bids. It has been relisted. And let's see if they drop the price. eBay, I clicked on the link, and eBay is just like, we'll give you, you're in line, you're in the queue. It's not going to tell me. Well, we'll come back to that one. All right. Let's start off with a vintage 1988 Macintosh 2 complete set. The description says, last time it was powered on was 10 years ago, and everything was working. It doesn't turn on now, so please take that into consideration.
Oh my goodness. All right. I can just envision the PRAM batteries having exploded inside.
Right. This might need Steve from Mac 84 as well, but look at the case condition, look at the coloring, particularly, right?
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Looks fantastic.
Right. A couple little marks, a little scratch there, here or there. Keyboard is clean. That looks like just some stuff that.
Wow, the mouse even still has this little Teflon foot. That's actually pretty impressive right there. Because
yeah. I mean, it looks really clean.
It does, yeah.
So, but it's not working.
Right.
So that's a problem.
Well, yeah, and who knows what the inside looks like? Yeah.
Yeah, usually though, you can sometimes. I mean, you can take a bet. You can judge it on the exterior condition. The interior might be, but you're right. I mean, it might be leaking.
No, yeah. I mean, with something this old, I mean, seriously, the PRAM batteries
could have exploded.
Yeah,
it could be all
over
the place.
It wouldn't mar the outside. It would just yeah.
Yes, leakage.
That's the theme of today's show. Yes.
Well, what would you pay for that? I mean, that is the two. It's the complete set, right? So it's keyboard, mouse. That's the extended keyboard, and that is the monitor. I don't know. That's like the 13-inch color monitor.
Right. Yeah, the one that's gonna be like 512 by 384 resolution, fixed resolution.
Right, which is a classic. I mean, first color Macintosh. Right. Well, they want to start the bid at $500 on this one, but there is a make an offer. Located in Los Angeles, California.
I see shipping for us would be about $270, which is understandable, because
poundage.
Well, not only that, but they better package this thing so well
Yeah.
from the
Right.
brittle plastic syndrome.
You're almost afraid that the monitor is just going to go right through that case at this point, right?
Yep. Now here's the thing: if anyone is ever shipping any monitors, put it tube down. Tube down.
Tube down.
Yes.
Yes, and hope that your carrier abides by that.
By this side up.
Right. All right. What's next?
Next we have, this is a very nice, talk about kind of a complete set. Apple Macintosh 512K with mouse, extended keyboard, floppy, external floppy, printer, like an old image writer, discs, and the carrying bag. So obviously this keyboard is not the one that it would have originally come with for the 512, and it won't even fit into the original bag, but still those bags are awesome. I use them for like overnight bags if I'm going somewhere, because they're just too cool. Now this has got a buy it now of $399.95. Shipping on this, it kind of worries me when it's so $65 shipping on this. It's this is one of those I'd almost call them and go, pay to have it boxed, please, and I'll pay the extra. So nice complete system. The it has the system and Mac Write discs that are the will come in the Mac's floppy and boots on startup. The battery has been removed. Extended keyboard does not fit in the carrying case without sticking out of the top. So they've got that all here in the description. And wow, nice. It doesn't look too crazy yellowed. Some things have yellowed at different rates than other things. So the external floppy looks a little bit more tanned than the Mac itself. And it looks like it comes with the manual, and I'm hoping it comes with that great Apple mouse pad. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. $400. This is a really good deal.
Right. It's very complete. It looks like, I don't know if this is original owner. It looks like it's a reseller of some sort based on the name of the seller.
I'm looking at it. Looks like it comes with about what would you say that it is? About 30 floppy disks?
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the original
Very
manual.
nice.
Yeah. Really
and this one
setup.
is shown working. So you got that going for it.
Nice clean display. Good. All right. And finally, another nice little setup of a portable Macintosh. In this case, the Macintosh PowerBook 160. It says, very clean and excellent cosmetic condition. Very rare opportunity to get a collector's laptop complete in box. It says, when powered on, it makes the vintage Mac noise. And then the screen is white. Not sure what the issue is. Laptop being sold as is. So might require a little TLC to get this. So what do you think? It's all white, right? So it means all the pixels are on.
Good point.
I don't. So there might be something you have to take this apart and address. So take that in consideration. I mean, it is complete otherwise, though. I mean, you've got all the original boxes and cabling and manuals. But yeah,
still has the back flap, which is good.
Does it have the port door?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at some of these pictures.
Does it, or is it just sitting next to it?
No, it's. Oh, it looks like the right hinge from looking from the back. It might not be there.
Yeah. It looks like it's just, and if you see it's slightly crooked, so I'm thinking it's just sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think all the cables for external connections and the original software installation discs, and it's got the little feet are intact, and even the little rubber nubby things are there too. And those sometimes decay or fall off.
Mine turned to paste. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. But again, but it's going to get harder and harder to find these things in working condition. And even if you do,
absolutely,
it might be a day before they give up those too, right?
Yeah.
So you might be paying for something that could be fleeting. But there you go. Yeah, of course, once I start the big move, I'll have an opportunity to maybe power on. If you see behind me, I've got a PowerBook 140.
Very nice. Yes.
Yeah, which worked probably when I last turned it on, which was probably over 15 years ago. So who knows what the status is. Okay. Well, we'll find out next week if that sells.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Oh.
Excuse me. Nuts, not COVID. Not COVID.
All right. Let's see. We're going to go back, and now we're going to talk to John.
Talk about my non-working project.
So whenever you are ready.
Let's see. You can see behind me, there's some successful Pi projects. My little IMAX. But all right.
You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. And 4, 3, 2, 1. John's been working on something in the background, not like in the background, like physically, but like in the spare time.
Yeah.
For some amount of time. I think it's probably been in excess of a year.
It's definitely been more than a year. And it's one of those I started and then, got like a lot of my projects kind of get put to the side and I, find something else shiny to play with. So
we only know 2 things about it right now.
Right.
It involves an Apple Newton, I say Newton, an eMate.
eMate. Mm-hmm.
And it involves a Raspberry Pi.
Raspberry Pi.
Those are the only things I know about it.
Which I think that probably, most people can guess where we're going from here. So, but yeah, so what I've got is just what we have said. Let me see if I can tilt the camera down a little bit. There we go. The main thing was finding a screen that fit in here. Now, what's nice about this screen is this is a 7-inch capacitive touch screen.
Oh.
So it will be able to be, kind of like the Newton was. You can put it flat and actually use it as a little tablet. And of course, the other thing is finding a keyboard that would fit in the given space. I did have to do some dremeling. First of all, caveat: this was an eMate that I got from a school sale that had a cracked screen.
Okay.
So again, I'm not taking apart good working things to do this sort of stuff. So you can see the screen fit pretty well. I'm going to have to create a little, kind of a bezel cover here. Same thing with the keyboard. There's a little gap along the top that I'll have to, kind of fill in somehow. So what's really cool though is, I've got a battery pack that will power this thing. I tested it for about 4 hours before it needs charging. So it will be portable. It's got a Pi 3B Plus in it. I may, since it's taken so long, I may upgrade that to a 4. Some of the big challenges, of course, is just trying to find space for stuff inside. Right now, the battery pack that I've got is, do I have it with me? Yeah. It's a pretty hefty thing.
So that doesn't go inside. That's...
Yeah, no, it will.
Oh, it does.
Will fit inside.
That'll fit in there.
Yeah, I've got to here. Let me flip it over.
Well, before you do, what's going on there by the keyboard to the right of the keyboard? Is that a trackpad of some sort, or is that what?
Yeah. How? See that? It's great. It's full keyboard with trackpad.
Oh wow!
Built in. So again, capacitive touch on the screen, but I can also, and then it's because it's one of those that uses the dongle. This actually pops out. I say pops out. So you could actually set it somewhere else while you're using it if you wanted to. Yes, it's wireless. But you can see it fits in there quite nicely. Yeah. Between that and, again, the screen, width-wise, it was perfect.
Yeah.
The only thing I had to do, I take that back. I did have to widen it a slight bit, but I did a pretty decent job on rounding the plastic. So, it's very close. It's going to be nice if I ever actually finish it.
Well, so is it just those cosmetic elements that are?
Oh, the cosmetic elements, and then getting everything inside, and of course now trying to find out why it why it didn't boot this morning. It worked yesterday, I swear.
Is the Raspberry Pi in there now?
It's kind of just floating in there. The idea is going to be, see, I've got plenty of space on the side.
Yeah.
Where it had the little sliding door. That's where the ports will be available.
Right.
And then I'll plan to run the power connector out the back here. So again, it'll look pretty darn nice when it is done.
That is
it'll be kind of fun to have a very nice, very sturdy little portable Pi unit with a nice HDMI screen.
Sure.
It's 1024 by 600.
And you'll be able to run some kind of Newton OS emulator.
So Derek was helping me compile Einstein for it, which is the Newton emulator. So it may actually be able to run the Newton, which is one of the reasons I'm thinking about trying to go with the Pi, because of course the Pi's got a lot more power than the previous generation Pi.
Hey, one more. I should have gone to you full screen, but why don't you hold it up now that you're full screen? Let me get a look at that the keyboard and the display.
Yeah. There we go. Ta-da.
Yeah. Good. Look at that.
Yeah.
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 Of course, we'll be able to post the link to these products, right? That you've
absolutely. Yeah.
It's been a while.
If depending on whether the that keyboard's still available or not. But yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope that's a little motivation for you to
finish
that thing. You got a name for it?
Oh no, I had no clever name like the I have the Apple II Slice that
right.
I did or of course the Mini Max.
A play on eMate, right?
Pi-Mate. It's supposed to eMate. Yeah, because it's got a pi in it.
Yeah, but you almost do PIE mate, like Pi-Mate. But
ooh, there you go.
Right?
Yeah. PI-E mate.
Yeah, the Pi-Mate.
Pi-Mate. I think we have this solved.
All right.
All right, that's it. Bye.
Okay. All right. I think we'll switch to news now.
I need to bring up the news links. Let me do that. All right.
Sean, Action Retro likes Pi-Mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good too when it's typed. Okay, we're going to switch over to some news.
All right.
And actually, we already talked about the third news story, so you can clip that. We're just going to do the third news story is YouTube was actually the cursed part 3 of the cursed SC. We already mentioned that at the top.
All right.
Okay, ready?
I am ready.
And 4, 3, 2, 1. It's time for the news. I don't know about you, but I'm really anxious. I want the future to be here now. Right? I want to have the Apple glasses.
Yeah.
I mean, it keeps slipping out there, at least according to the rumors. Now I think it's not until next year, but we keep seeing these little bits of information leak out. Well, in this case, it's not a leak, it's official patent applications called Movement Within an Environment, which was picked up by a number of sources, including Apple Insider was out there looking at this stuff. The latest patent application is a movement within an environment. It allows you to look around. So it's like a VR kind of thing. So normally, right, with the glasses and AR, you would, if you were looking at maps, they would all be from your vantage point. But what if you wanted to go look at something in the scene without actually walking over there? that could be potentially disoriented because you're in the environment. This is AR. You know, the imagery then is going to go to someplace else.
Right.
But you don't want to think you've gone someplace. I mean, it can get very complicated in a hurry because it's not true VR. So they've come up with this method where you can kind of, I don't know if it's like a picture within a picture, but this idea that you can kind of maintain your awareness of your current location, but yet also at the same time transport to a different location. So if you wanted to say, hey, what's around that corner, for example, wouldn't that be cool? It's like, that restaurant sounds cool. Let me go take a look. And you don't actually have to move. And you don't also get dizzy and fall backwards sometime. So can you imagine how cool that might be if it's pulled off properly?
Yes.
Yeah. That's the future I want, right? This ability to peek around corners and you're walking down the street and just I mean, it's literally eye-opening, right? What the possibilities are. So, but alas, we've probably got a year to wait, or well, who knows? Maybe we'll get surprised. I don't know. Who else?
Yeah.
Anybody out there in the chat jonesing for Apple glasses? Anybody do the Google Glass? I don't know.
I got to play with the what's the Microsoft one? HoloLens?
Yeah, HoloLens.
Yeah, at work.
Yeah, it was probably Joe. Did Joe share it with you?
I can't remember.
Okay. Colleague of ours.
Yeah.
And speaking of Raspberry Pi projects, this one was really thought out, very well done, and an excellent video showing how to build the world's smallest iMac. This one required a 3D printed shell.
Yeah. So the guy did a great job of designing the shell. I like the video. The only thing I thought it was kind of weird that instead of having the power and Ethernet come out straight out the back, he has it coming out the bottom, and I thought that was a bit odd.
Well, did he have any choice? I mean,
I believe he could have if he used some angle adapters, perhaps. But either way, very, very nicely done. I like that little monitor he's using because it has built-in speakers. Which of course on mine, I'm gonna have to actually put in a small amplifier and solder on some speakers, which is not that hard to do. I've done that for the Mini Macs.
Yeah. And of course, to make it really thin, he had to hack at the Raspberry Pi itself. It's a Dremel, right? He started chopping off.
Yeah, that's a little painful to watch. And a lot of the comments were like, "Dude, you could have desoldered that," and I'm like, "Yeah, you could have desoldered that." At least for the Ethernet.
Could he, or they? Oh, for the Ethernet one, yeah. The other ones were part of they were 2-port.
Right. Yeah. That one you would have had to unsolder it and solder single ones on. So I can understand him cutting that just from a saving cost.
And he was running. Ultimately, he wound up running some kind of interface that looked like a Mac.
All right. Yeah. So that is just that is I think it's called Twister. It is basically it's somebody who's skinned Linux. Right. They've got one that looks like Windows. They've got one that looks like OS 10.
That's right. Yeah, I do.
And you can find those over on the Internet Archive.
Well, cool. Well, that's the world's smallest iMac. Michael Pick is the guy behind it, and he's got a YouTube channel.
He's using the same little keyboards that I like to use for the Mini Macs too. So it's a nice little.
That is little. I mean, I'm looking at the picture there, with the Red Bull can for size. And it just seems too ridiculously small. Like you'd have to use your tips of your fingernails to even click those.
Oh, absolutely.
You have one there? So it's really a thumb keyboard, isn't it?
Yeah, it's meant to be picked up and used, but you can see scale wise.
Here, let me take you to full screen.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you can see scale wise.
Oh, is that the same one? Just a different color?
Different, yeah, just a different color. Yeah.
Oh, it looks a little bigger.
Well, that's because
he's
got a 7-inch screen.
It's so funny because
it's just yeah, he's got a 7-inch screen on his. This is like a 3.5-inch screen. So
yeah,
the little Macintosh is just a smaller build.
Right.
Yeah.
It's funny we keep making these Macs smaller and smaller. Remember when there was a giant Mac? Do you remember was it the first Mac World where they made an original Mac like that stood 8 feet tall?
I do not. I don't.
Oh yeah, I have to go look that one up and see if there's video or pictures of it. They went the other way, but yeah. All right. Well, to go see the full build, it's just a 12-minute video. Go on over to Michael Pick's YouTube channel. All right, let's see. Klaus says maybe make the original stylus work with the new screen. Yeah, the old Newton.
So it would if there was a 7-inch screen that was pressure. This is conductive. This is a conductive screen.
But you can.
So you would
add a tip or something.
You'd have to add the little conductive tip. Yes, but I was hoping to be able to actually do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, we cranked through that in regular time. Guess we didn't have a lot of conversation in between.
Well, my thing on the email would have been longer if it was working. So I think that's probably
other than turning it on and seeing the screen. All right. I guess we'll wrap it up. And I don't know, John, what we'll do something next week.
Well, it is September. We could do the time capsule.
Yeah.
As always, if anyone ever has any something they think they'd want us to talk about, feel free to send us comment. We are always looking for, after 500 plus episodes. Sometimes it gets a little hard coming up with things to talk about.
All right, let's wrap it up.
All right,
ready? Let's go in 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that's another episode of the RetroMacCast. Thanks to the folks out there in the chat. We have a usual cadre of visitors. Sean, Action Retro from Philadelphia. Klaus from Sweden. Rick, gosh, I forget where Rick's from. Remind me, Rick. And of course, Jeremy from London. Let's see if we get a response. I don't remember where Rick is from. Next week, we'll be into September. And we keep dragging on this pandemic. Of course, a good thing about the silver lining is that John and I can't go anywhere.
Right? Yeah, because normally next week I would have been in Atlanta for Dragon Con, which of course is not happening. So
yeah. Rick asks if we've done a retrospective on CPU transition. I thought we did.
Talked about it in passing at least,
about it
right? Because we when they first, we did
announced
not that long ago because we were talking about the transition.
Yeah, but we didn't know. I don't think we dedicated anything.
No, not a dedicated. Just so we could.
Yeah, the major transitions.
Yeah, 68K to right. Mm-hmm.
And maybe we could talk about do one at a time.
Yeah.
Maybe next week we could talk about the first major transition. I mean, there are some minor transitions.
Rick is in the Atlantic City, Philly area.
Minor transitions would be like within the 68K family.
Sure. Yeah. Which even posed its own problems.
Sure, going to 32-bit and that kind of thing. But I think we'll cover the major ones, right? Let's go 68K to PowerPC, which was huge. So let's talk about that. Let's kind of relive that. Huh?
Yeah. That sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan. All right. Well, until next week, remember, it's not old.
It's retro.
Yeah, 68K to PowerPC. Gosh.
Well, not only that. We could also even talk about what almost was. I believe there is over on Folklore. There is talk about when they were trying to decide what processor to actually go with for the Macintosh. Wasn't there? I think there was some discussion as to what architecture they were actually going to use from the start.
Yeah.
So we'll double check on that too.
What was your first PowerPC Mac?
Mine? My first Mac and my first PowerPC Mac was a 6200.
Oh, that was your first Mac?
Yes, it was. Yeah, I was an Apple.
You didn't. So that's right. I'd forgotten that was your first Mac.
Kid. Yeah,
I know you had that. So you didn't even really make the transition personally.
I did not. No. Only in retrospect when I got started getting my older Macs.
You made it in reverse. So
yes,
we can talk about that too.
That makes it a lot easier when you're going in reverse, by the way. Everything has already been worked out for you.
All right. Thank you, Klaus.
Yep. Yeah, good.
Nailed it again.
All right. Let me
Just send me the files. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Are you getting back into the building?
I am going in about once a week when I have to do production, stuff with large printers and other than that, I am still working from home until we hear otherwise. Really. How about you?
I go in a couple times a week just to make sure everything's still there. All right.
Files are on their way.
Cool. All right, everybody out there. Rick is asking another question. He says, were they considering the 6000, not the 68,000 or similar?
I'm going to have to go back and again, if Derek was on, he would be able to answer that immediately. But I'm going to have to go back and like I said, I have a slight recollection of reading something on Mac Folklore about that. So,
I didn't even understand the question. So yeah, I get it now. Yeah. Huh. All right. So you'll do that research?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Yeah. And Klaus says that he started listening to us during the PPC to Intel transition.
Wow.
Which, gosh, that'll be a good one to do as the follow. That'll be the next episode, which PowerPC to Intel. What was your first Intel Mac? I guess mine was a Mini. No, that's not right. I had a PowerPC Mini. My first new Intel Mac would have been an iMac, I think.
Mine would have been a MacBook.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Which model? I'd have to go back and try to remember which one it was, but it was one of the MacBook Pros. Yeah. Of course, my last PowerPC was my awesome G5.
Me too.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. It's right over here.
Yeah.
Man, it's just such a gorgeous machine. Look at that thing. Look at it.
Oh, yes. Behold. Yeah. Beauty. All that aluminum.
Aluminium.
Aluminium, as
we have an international crowd. We need to say aluminium.
All right. Let's see. Do I have the files? I have the files. Download. I have the files. Accept. So we are good to go. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.